That's a lot of money to start with. Starting with that much money, I think you'd have to go to a lot of auctions, and I reckon actually I would want to go to send since I'm a teacher, lots of little minions to the Muka prints, and it's an exhibition where they go in and they can decide what they want to buy from print artists, and I think they're about $60 each, so I don't know what that would be divided by. You'd probably buy the whole thing, and there's no adult interpretation, so you'd get lots of little, or just whatever they wanted to get. That would be brilliant to get that. And then probably because I have lots of money left over, I could go and get some. I'd probably get a Rita Angus, I reckon. I'd like one of those.
Yeah, nice. Painting? Watercolour? Painting?
Yeah, I think a painting. I like the sort of the light of her painting. I think I'd like one of those maybe.
Yeah.
And or maybe depending on how much you had left, you could probably manage to buy a little Warhol maybe, or a Warhol print, or if it would have to be a really unfamous, unknown, not very well done one maybe.
At Armageddon in Hamilton with my friend Kendall, I met Sylvester McCoy. He played the 7th Doctor in Doctor Who, which was the Doctor before they stopped the show for until 2005, and then Christopher Eccleston played him, but that's not important. He also played Radagast Brown in The Hobbit, which I reckon was really cool, because I didn't actually know that until I looked it up on the website. And on that day, me and my friend Kendall, we were looking. We also met Gail Simone, who writes the Batgirl stories, and Dean Rakeen, who does art for the Simpsons comics. And I got a picture of my head, like in a jar, like they do in Futurama, drawn by him. And I met Christopher Smith, who does the voice of the Joker in the Lego Batman 2 video game and the movies. And I met Megan Smith, who does Gwen in the old Ben 10 series. And I met the lady who voices Cora. I forgot her name. And I didn't meet her, but I saw Yeardley Smith, who does Lisa's voice in The Simpsons. I was wearing my friend Kendall's hat, which has a picture of which looked like Stitch's head from the TV show Lilo and Stitch. What else? And I was wearing my favourite jumper and a Batgirl shirt, which was awesome, and it was fun.
What do I know about Andy Warhol? Well, I know that there is an exhibition here at Te Papa on Andy Warhol. I know he had white hair. I think it might have been a wig. He painted some pictures. He was a photographer and a filmmaker. I did another movie upstairs in Andy Warhol style. And I didn't have to wear lipstick for that one though. I know that he died in 1987, which was 26 years ago. I know that he lived in America, in Pittsburgh, and in New York. I know not much more.
Perfect. I'm sure you do know more, but...
So as soon as someone asks you about something, you're just like, everything goes blank. But most of what I know about New Zealand politics is from the media. So it depends, because if you watch TV3, you'll learn how awesome Labour is. But if you watch TV1, it's just like national. So I watch TV1. Tells me what I like to hear. I know the opposition always agrees with the party in power, and it seems like half the time it's just on principle, like, you're in power and we hate you. Even though this is a really good idea, and last time when we were in, we had the same idea and we wanted to do it, but now we hate you.
Grace, what do you think about having the woman in Parliament? What was that big hoo-ha?
Oh, I like women in Parliament. I think it's very important that we get representation, but I didn't think, like, banning men was a good idea.
Well, not at the risk of getting in anyone, just
No.
because yeah?
Like, there should be other ways. Like, I think there needs to be more representation of women in politics, but I don't think, banning men is the way to do it. I think the way to do it is to get more women into politics, and get women into politics because they're good, and because they're interested, and because they think they can make a difference. Like, I saw a study somewhere once that said men go into politics for power, and women go into politics to change something. I thought, well, isn't that what you want politicians for? Because they think they can do something? I always thought I was a dog person because I just love dogs. They are, as you said, loyal, and they just are real nice creatures. But when I got cats, I realised how much I love cats too. I don't think I can say which I love the most. Cats are easy to look after because they look after themselves. You don't need to wash them. You don't need to really do anything, actually. They always remind you when they want to be fed. They tend to love you in their own little way. People say that dogs have owners, but cats have staff, and it's really probably what cats do. I love dogs because they really need you. They're loyal, but they really need you. And my dog really needs me. And all three of them sleep with me, which was quite fun. What else can I say?
What dog have you got, Margaret?
I've got a Cocker Spaniel. We had two. We had one, and then she had 8 puppies, and we kept one because it was slightly brain damaged and nobody wanted it. And she's 11 now, and she's if she was a person, she'd probably be being looked after by someone. But she's a dog, and she's survived quite well as a dog. And she's really lovely. The cats, we've got 2 cats in the SPCA. One was a mother cat, she'd had kittens, and one was a kitten, and she quickly became the kitten of the mother cat. But then once the mother cat decided she wanted to wean her, and so they don't even talk to each other now. But and she's almost like a dog, our black cat, because she's very needy. She's very needy and very loyal. So she could probably be really a cat dog.
Andy Warhol, the founder of pop art, whose painting movie stars, soup cans, and other icons of America made him one of the most famous artists in the world, died yesterday. He was believed to be 58 years old. The artist died at the New York Hospital Cornell Medical Center in Manhattan, where he underwent gallbladder surgery Saturday. His condition was stable after the operation, according to the hospital spokeswoman, Ricky Glantz, but he had a heart attack in his sleep around 5:30 a.m. Blah, blah, blah. Make a ton of cool work, worked in all kinds of mediums, and hung out with a bunch of cool folks. That his work brings big coins, and he even had his own museum. Blah, blah, blah. Pretty good. Mr. Warhol is survived by his 2 brothers, John Warhol and Paul Warhol, both of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Oh, pretty good. Good banana. Good fruit in Kiwi, New Zealand. That's pretty good.
Nothing like French food,
Well, and that's it.
You're a champ. All right, bro. Yeah. Go.
I know lots of famous people. I know Sylvester Stallone, Debbie Harry, Keith Haring, Marcel Duchamp, Mick Jagger, Liz Taylor, Dennis Hopper, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Julian Schnabel, Jean-Michel Basquiat, Prince, Madonna, Michael Jackson, Princess Caroline of Monaco, Liza Minnelli, John Lennon, Wayne Gretzky, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Farrah Fawcett, Grace Jones, Bob Dylan, Lou Reed, Eddie Sedgwick, and Dali, Sylvester Stallone, Debbie Harry, Keith Haring, Marcel Duchamp, Mick Jagger, Liz Taylor, Dennis Hopper, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Julian Schnabel, Jean-Michel Basquiat, Prince, Madonna, Michael Jackson, Princess Caroline of Monaco, Liza Minnelli, John Lennon, Wayne Gretzky, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Farrah Fawcett, Grace Jones, Bob Dylan, Lou Reed, Eddie Sedgwick, and Dali, Sylvester Stallone.
Don't pay attention to what they write about you, just measure it in inches. Don't pay attention to what they write about you, just measure it in inches. Don't pay attention to what they write about you, just measure it in inches. Don't pay attention to what they write about you, just measure it in inches. Don't pay attention to what they write about you, just measure it in inches. Don't pay attention to what they write about you, just measure it in inches. Don't pay attention to what they write about you, just measure it in inches. Don't pay attention to what they write about you, just measure it in inches. Don't pay attention to what they write about you, just measure it in inches. Don't pay attention to what they write about you, just measure it in inches. Don't pay attention to what they write about you, just measure it in inches. Don't pay attention to what they write about you, just measure it in inches. Don't pay attention to what they write about you,